Hi, this is the data visualization project presented by Aritra Dattagupta. This project is regarding US data analysis. It got its data from Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States. Each row in the dataset is an individual data record. It has a unique ID. The information related to the specific data record are such as residential status, marriage status, gender, injury record, origin of the deceased, educational level, and etc. The first step in the project was ETL, extract, transform, and load. Since the data format was in zip file and a lot of CSV file was included in that, all the CSV files were transformed in R and Excel and cleaned in R. So now let's jump into Tableau and see some visualizations. This is the first dashboard, which has 4 charts. Now let's go through each one of them. So this is the age distribution in the death records. We can see that 85 years and above is a maximum number of death record, which is quite normal for country. It's quite an average life longevity. So we can see that the death record gradually decreases as the age decreases. So it's a single model chart distribution. So now if you consider the marital status of the individual from this chart, we can see that the married people have the most number of death records, followed by widowed individuals. So there is one interesting factor over here, like the gender of the individual considered. Male has the most number of death records than the female. We can see that in the married category, male is dominant figure, while in the widowed category, female is the dominant figure. From the widowed category, it can be concluded that since the male is the most dominant figure, when a male person died, his wife is widowed, and so this number goes up in the database record. Now, one more factor for death is the cause of death, which is the main factor. Let's see some cause. What is the manner of death and what is the recording behind it? So we can see the natural deaths are more frequent. It's the most number of records in the database. We can see that accidental deaths are more than suicidal deaths, but we will still look into suicidal cases and go back to the data, and we can see for suicidal cases, male has the more dominant figure again. So the mean for both male and female is 50 to 54 years. It's quite interesting that both the mean is same, and we can see that the number of records is for male is thrice than female. Now let's look at education level of the individual. We can see that high school graduates have the most number of death records in the database, and we can check for one more thing, like the doctoral and professional degree holders have the lowest death records in the database, which can be concluded that if a person has a normal social life and a good job and a good degree, he doesn't have the stress and suicidal tendencies. So let's go into another chart, which is ICD-20 code. It depicts all the external factors for death and the diseases. We can see the top 10 over here. It's mainly heart disease. So we can see that this is a heart disease and this is a heart disease. So heart disease are the main factor in the death record in the database. We can also see Alzheimer and chronic diseases also as an excluding factor. So let's go into another dashboard and check the charts. So we can see the age distribution over here and the intentional death records. Intentional death records are recorded as self-harm by handgun discharge and self-harm by crashing motor vehicle. So we can see from intentional death record that it has highest number of records, and the mean age is 55 to 59 years, while in car crashing of motor vehicle it's 50 to 54 years. So it's almost like in the 50 to 60 region for the mean age. Now if you bring into the race category into the implemented death record, we can see there's a lot of change. Since white population is most dominated in US, the number of white records are more, but still we can check for the mean year, like it's for hand conditions 50 to 55 to 59 years in the white category, and 50 to 54 years in the crashing of motor vehicle category. For black records, we can see that 20 to 24 is the mean age for both the intentional self-harm causes. We can click on it and see. Yes, it is. So It is of an interesting factor. So these are my dashboards and my chart, and all these charts and dashboards are presented in the report. And we will go back to one more time in the dashboard one and see that it's quite interactive. And as we go down the age factor, we see that male records increase quite more than the female ratio. Thank you for watching.